Hello everyone, Linda Israel here, and this is day 8 of 12 days of junk journal gift ideas. And today is about a loaded library pocket. And so I was trying to figure out a way to show you how to make one possibly from scratch, that you don't have to have, you know, an actual library pocket. So here's what I've done. I've got a piece of cardstock. This was just scraps laying on my desk. That is approximately 4 inches, and I think it's like 5 3/4 of an inch tall. And then I had another piece that was what I cut off on this side. That is approximately 2.5 inches, and again 5 3/4, because that's just what it was. So here's what I decided. I folded up about 1/4 of an inch across the bottom. I slip the cardstock piece in, and then I fold over these edges like so, and then that's going to make the pocket. And I just decorated it with some scraps, okay? So here's what I'm going to do now is unfold that. And I'm going to take my scissors and cut a little bit of a diagonal here. And we're going to cut just a little bit right there so we get rid of that little corner. And I'm going to do the same thing over here, just a little bit of a diagonal. A little bit of a diagonal. Then I'm going to add some distress ink to this upper edge. A little bit on the side. Okay. So now I'm going to place this piece of cardstock back in here. Fold these over. And I'm going to take my glue and adhere these into place. So I'm just going to put a nice generous amount of glue on this little tab. Fold that in. I'll use my bone folder to really press this. And the whole idea of this is you don't have to be perfect and precise with it. We're just making a little pocket. And I thought this would be a neat little pocket that you could glue directly down into a journal, or the way I'm going to do it, I'm going to put it in a pocket in another journal that I'm working on. And so I thought the next thing that I would do is I would make this have a back on it, so it would be two-sided. Okay, so that is nice and adhered down. And then I cut a piece of cardstock that was a scrap again, and then this was like a Project Life card, and I added a little heart on there, and I made it a little bit smaller, but not quite as same size as the front piece, and I'm just going to adhere it on 3 sides and make this a little pocket. So I'm just going to go right down the side, across the bottom, back up the other side. And then I'm going to glue that right on here, and I'll use my bone folder again to kind of press this out. Okay, so then next I thought, well, let's decorate this, and I have a little punch that makes a heart, and it just so happened I had a scrap of paper that was a gel print that was the same color as the pocket, but I thought it would look kind of cute putting it right there on that strip. And I sewed that, but you could stamp it, you could doodle it. And then these are little words that I have in my shop, and I put some black soot distress ink around the edges, and I'm just going to place one right here that says treasure, and then I have another one that says this day. Now make sure that you check out the description box below for the links to the other gals that have been creating projects. I also have a playlist where I'm adding all the videos, so you can just watch one right after the other. Okay, so there's the library pocket portion. Alright, so now let's stuff it with some cool things. So I made a few things ahead of time. I made this little envelope. I have an envelope template in my shop, and it's a mini envelope, and this measures right about 1 3/4 by 1 1 almost 1.5 inches. And inside I put just a little card. It was a scrap that was laying on my desk. And I thought that would look kind of cute in here. And then I have a little paper bag, and it has a calico collage image on the front. And I shared this before. I print these on a smaller size by choosing the full sheet and saying to my computer, print as a 5x7. And this is a gel print behind, and then this is a gel print that I've glued to a piece of cardstock, and I used a punch, so that can be a page tab. And I've got 2 of those, so I'm going to put those in here. I'm going to go ahead and put this little envelope in here so that it doesn't get lost. And I thought that could go right there. And then I have a little journaling card. This is another image from Calico Collage, and it's the ATC size, 2.5 by 3.5. I thought that would look cute right there. And then I made a couple of altered paper clips and some more smaller journal cards. I thought, well, that would look kind of cute in here. Got another one right there. Okay. And then I made a really tall card, and I added a domino image from Calico Collage. And I thought this could go right here if I did it right. I may have got it too tight. My glue isn't sticking. Let me see if I need to. Okay, so I'm going to trim this just a little bit. I thought 3.5 inches was enough, but I think 3 inches is what I'm going to have to go to. So I'm just going to trim off one side, make it just a little bit smaller. Sometimes you gotta just go with the flow and let it happen. I use some Distress Oxide on here. I just like the messiness of it, you know, just to show that it doesn't have to be perfect. So now let me test this. Okay, so now I just got to put some glue over here and get this adhered together. I didn't put enough glue on it. So now this should fit right down in there. I think what's happening is it's catching on my pieces in here. So I'm going to try something. I'm going to put a little piece of paper over it. So what's happening is my card is catching on this piece here. So I'm going to try using a piece of text weight paper, because it's thinner, to place that over that. And so now it should slide over easier. Okay, so now. So sometimes it doesn't come out perfect the first time I make something. I just keep trying. You get to see it on camera today. Alright, so now we've got a little library pocket there. So like I said, you could have made this and just glued it straight down, and I decided to make it two-sided, so it's a little pouch that can come out of a journal. It could be put into an envelope and sent to someone that could brighten their day. They could set it up or leave it on their desk to show it off, if you will. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and of course comment below if you have any comments. If you haven't subscribed, hit that notification bell after you subscribe to get a notification from me when I put my next video up. And of course, remember that on Mondays at 3:45 p.m. Central Standard Time, I do a live video right here on YouTube. Alright, make sure you check that description box down below for links to the other videos, as well as my blog and the images that I use from Calico Collage. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Love you lots. Have a fabulous day. Bye.